Hello, Bl'Art here with Severe Steps, the Vayne intersecting wills Shinryu fight. We're bringing a team of Paladin Cecil, Yuri, and Yang. Before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Marching towards 1K subscribers, we're getting close, so if you aren't already a part of the Bl'Art gang, which is, I guess we're gonna call it, Jesus, hit that button. Anyway, what do you got going on here? Well, we're fighting Golbez, so you know we're going to be playing that Battle Before Fiends, because it's an incredible piece of music. I didn't use that as the music for the last video I did of this fight, because I was too busy using that one song that I played the entire time. Looking forward to Golbez getting his C90 in about a month or so, but anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here for a different Lunarian. We are here for Paladin Cecil, along with Yuri and Yang. And let's be real here, Yuri and Yang is kind of the star of this show, but Cecil's going to just kind of be there and be helping. He's going to have that outside of FR enchant, which is going to be nice for Yang. He likes that. Going to help him cap a little bit more easily. Not quite, maximum damage, but we're getting close. And Yuri, of course, is our FR unit here. We have his burst now. We managed to pick that up pretty handily. However, we're not going to be pressing Yuri's burst during the course of this. We're going to be going into the Chad Paladin Cecil burst phase, as you'll be seeing later in this video. But I've showed this in one or two other runs and teams here and there. Cecil and Yang is a surprisingly resilient defensive core for a team, because you have Yang with the off-turn damage, of course, which you love to see. But he brings Unbreakability, which synergizes really well with Paladin Cecil. Reason being that Paladin Cecil provides a lot of defense and a lot of HP damage mitigation, but not a whole lot in the way of battery to kind of, like, a lot of his attacks leave him open to getting broken, and then the enemy, upon getting that break, usually get enough damage to blow past his defenses. You're going to be seeing, for the most part, thanks to Yang and Cecil's combined defenses, we're going to be taking, like, no HP damage for most of the fight. It's going to be great. In the unlikely event that we do take HP damage, in addition to Pestle being a great healer, Yuri also provides a dope HP regen that we will take advantage of. Now, we have been trying to set up here, I've been kind of talking over it, because the crux of this team, the crux of it, the way it's going to work, since we're not using the Yuri BT phase, is going to be off-turn damage. The way we're going to do that, hey look, another Final Fantasy IV character, hello Palom. Palom, Cecil, Golbez, and Yang. This is a Final Fantasy IV fight. What are these other weirdos cameoing in it? We wanted to get that FR going with the enemy at high FR, but not actually at FR, because the higher their FR, the higher their turn rate. And because Yuri has a melee force attack, I think, I assume, I hope. I should probably look that up. I'll look that up afterwards. If it isn't actually melee, I'll comment down below to correct it. But I'm pretty sure he's a melee FR dude. And because of that, I don't want to cancel their FR, because that would reduce their turn rate. They get bonus turn rate at high FR gauge. And we want them to have as much turn rate as possible, so they can take as many turns as possible, so Yang gets as many counterattacks as possible. It's that classic off-turn damage strategy. We don't really worry too much, it's 0 HP damage. We don't really worry too much about the bosses actually taking turns, because like we said, we're really well protected with Cecil and Yang right here. You'll see this. They just keep attacking and failing to actually break their own eye brave, which is hilarious. So we're just going to be, doing Yuri stuff, doing Yang stuff, and Pestle's here too. He has his BT effect going. This is a little bit unfortunate. Pestle getting paralyzed here. It's going to showcase a silly interaction with Yang, not a great interaction, but a silly one that I wasn't aware of, which is that if one of Yang's allies is paralyzed and takes damage, he doesn't counter, as you saw there. He just doesn't do his monastic secrets attack, which is kind of lame. But I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I kind of get it, sort of. I think. Just don't get paralyzed. Small thing with Yang I've noticed is his counter procs when he either dodges or takes an enemy attack. 70% of the time, of course. I kind of wish that his LD follow-up also triggered on dodge, because it is kind of annoying that well, not annoying, but it's like, I think it'd kind of be more synergistic, the two of them, if they also both worked on dodge, because having one of them work on dodge and the other not work on dodge means the dodge thing is just kind of left, and it's like, okay, it's a nice to have, but it's not a thematic part of the kit now. Also, it's kind of cool, monks dodging, doing counterattacks, that works. So I like just the general thematics of if he could also do his follow-up attack when he or an ally dodges a move. But anyway, it's not a huge deal. Young's still really awesome, as you can see. He's just doing tremendous work. We have him below half, nearly a third of the health remaining. We've just chewed through them. They're on the force time. And that's fine because they're just going to be, you know, bouncing back and forth here, taking a bunch of counter damage and not really doing anything because all force time does is it cleanses Arden's debuffs. Kind of annoying. He hits us with a big old attack that, as you saw, did like nothing. I mean, it hurt us and then we healed up, like whatevs. And technically they can't die during it. And with 8 turns it is kind of annoying, but that just means we can't let them be in force time when we're going to kill them. So we're going to save our summon to make sure that we get the finishing shot before their force time goes off. We're also going to be saving our second force time, once again, for when they have high force gauge but not max force gauge. That's the strategy here, that's the plan. In the meantime, though, we're just, counterattacking and hitting them. Kind of annoying, just the high turn rate is playing havoc with Yuri's ability to maintain his debuff on them, so he's mostly here for the FR. I've been jokingly calling Yuri Better Kryl, because in analysis, like, they kind of line up similar. They're both off-turn FR units that, with enchant, at least during the FR phase, who give you even more bonus on their turns. So you want them to take a lot of turns during their FR, relatively, but you also mostly just want to be benefiting from off-turn damage. But Yuri also, of course, has the burst with a lot of utility and more damage and better auras and HP regen, and you see what I'm saying? Kind of Better Kryl, right? I mean, technically. Oh, and he also doesn't paralyze on his off-turn in his kit, so that his off-turn FR misses out on counter damage. Don't get me wrong, I love Kryl, but like, that is a bit of an anti-synergy. Anyway, we're bringing in the Lena Call and the Lena Base Call. Lena Base Call is important here. This is going to keep anyone from being paralyzed during the second time Golbez does his little paralysis thing. Truthfully told, I thought his threshold was 50 and not 60%, which is why he got me the first time, but this time we'll be ready for him. We're using the LD call because that provides a bunch of HP damage and Brave damage up, assuming you're over 50% health, which we will be thanks to Cecil. So that's just a bunch of auras to be kind of sitting on, in addition to the Windrake Ward. Here we go, we have the Reigns call. We are going into the Chad Paladin Cecil BT phase. The big damage, big damage. We're using his AA so that I don't waste force turns applying the enchant. Of course, Yuri's force time enchants, but this means we get the Brave damage bonus from double enchanting, and it also, of course, raises our Brave damage cap, which Young especially loves, given that his follow-up attack doesn't have refund between hits. It has refund there is a Brave gain at the beginning and end of the attack, which is kind of cool for the launches. You see here, he keeps battering to full between launches, but it does mean that his output from the actual kicks isn't as good as it could be without, if Core has a refund between the hits as opposed to before and after, so I think his damage looks a bit different. Maybe not better, though. I'm not sure. We'll have to see when Core comes out. I'm very excited to see that. But hey, in the meantime, Young is just going to be here doing jump kicks. We've refreshed the Paladin Cecil BT effect, and now with that all lined up, we're just going to go ahead real quick, hit that Twin Wing Frenzy, and then Yuri's going to bring us there. Oh, what do you know? Yeah, okay, Slow Bomb's a magic attack. I just kind of assumed it was melee because I said to myself, well, surely because he's the cycle character, they'll have him cancel the FR here with that melee stuff. But no, they're only showcasing Vayne here. Yuri, it's a magic attack. Good to know. Good to know. I could re-record this, but I'm not going to because it's late. Mrs. Bl'Art and Baby Bl'Art are already asleep, and if they find out that I'm here recording this video instead of getting ready for another fun-filled day of daycare and work and adult stuff, I could be in trouble. So we can't be having that. Baby Bl'Art is very particular about bedtime, so anyway, no re-recording of this. Instead, we'll just blow them up as best we can. Shouldn't be too difficult. You can see here we're taking advantage of that high turn rate, just getting that hella off-turn damage in. We're actually getting very, very close. We're hitting that Aurora Strike. Big Young's damage is so good now. I love it. It feels so good. On turn and off turn, just Young is so cool right now. It's great. It's cool because before he was just he's the guy who you pair with Terra, but now he actually stands on his own 2 feet, which is really awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and real quick finish this off. Let's finish off 40 turns clean, even. Hop into summon to get that done. This means I'll have to find something better for the thumbnail than just the team, but whatever. Anyway, that was some hot Lunarian on Lunarian action. Wait, no, that's messed up there, brothers. I take it back. I take it back. Shit. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.